you've coached football for so long, you played it. How did this tackling issue and Miami's becoming the worst tackling team in college football and all that evolve? And what do you feel that can be done about it?
The worst tackling team.
Well, that's what the stats are showing in terms of his tackles. Yeah.
Well, let me say this: we got to tackle better. That's something that we understand as a defense and as a football team. And we got to do a better job of the little things. It's proper leverage. It's leveraging football. It's running our feet on contact. And that's something that is an emphasis this week and will be an emphasis moving forward. And it has been an emphasis, but we got to put more emphasis. Obviously, the players ain't doing it. We got to do a better job of coaching it. And our kids are not soft, but we have to do a better job of doing that and being more physical out on the perimeter. Because a lot of our missed tackles came out on the perimeter, not properly setting edges, and not properly running the alley and stopping our feet on contact. Which that's something that we address and we got to get better at. And that's something that we worked on today.
Is it a situation where guys maybe are trying too hard, maybe hit a guy too hard, rather than discipline on the tackle?
Yeah, I would say some of that, and trying to butt people down. And backs are too good these days. Just butting down old school football, just running in, putting your hands in there. That ain't gonna get it done. You got to wrap guys, you got to run your feet. Our guys, just got into the habit of trying to just knock everybody out with one blow, and we can't do that. We got to run our feet on contact. We got to wrap people up. We got to get multiple guys to the ball and get their legs out of the field. These are backs are good. At the end of the day, and that's what we're going to see for the remainder of the season. We're going to see really good running backs. And we got to do a better job of emphasizing it, and our guys got to do a better job of attacking it and understanding, which they did. Today, you saw the emphasis today in practice of guys, making a conscious effort to run their feet on contact. We started off a couple of drills doing it that way, a couple of little live periods. So it's good for us. And it's something our guys know that we can fix. It's not a scared, and that would be an issue if that was scared of contact. We don't have anyone that's scared of contact. Right now, we have guys that's just not properly tackled in the right way, or running their feet on contact and wrapping people up instead of playing.
With that being said, would that change, maybe flip things around for you guys by just doing?
100%. That's our issues. We look at the game. For the most part, our front's playing really good. We're doing some different things up there, and those guys are doing a great job of that. And we're getting the ball to bounce on the perimeter. We're doing a lot of crack blocking, getting the ball on the perimeter. We got to do a better job of replacing. And then we got to do a better job of leveraging the football and not stopping our feet on contact. If we do those things, that'll address 95% of our problems.
Did you introduce any new drills to address the tackling today?
Say it one more time.
Did you introduce any new drills to address the tackling issues today? And so what were they?
We did them longer. I wouldn't say we emphasized more new drills. Football been going on a long time, and tackling been the same way for a long time. So is it any drill that we can invent? No, it's probably not. But what it is an emphasis in guys understanding that that's what they have to do. Try it their way don't work. Football is an easy game. It's about being physical. It's about running your feet on contact. It's about wrapping ball players. That's what we have to do.
Travaris, is Mark Pohl practicing with the cornerbacks now?
Yeah, so he worked with me today, and he did a really good job. He's done that in the past year before, so it wasn't a big deal. But he wanted to come out and work with me today, and he did a really good job. And he gave a couple reps. So if he continued to come on, then we'll have a chance over on that side of the ball.
Is that a position change?
No, I think he'll still do some things with the offense as well. But we can use him, and he can do some things. He's really athletic, and he's a guy that if he's athletic enough and he's willing to tackle, we want to find guys that can do that, and we'll put him on the field.
The other thing, Pierre, is how tough has this been on the coaches? You, Manny, Diaz, everybody. This whole scene, what's happened?
No, it's not tough. I've been through this before. So it's not tough. It's something that we got to address, and we're not going to shy away from it. We're going to address the problems as a defense with our defense, and understand how can we fix our problems. Because anyone can say we're not tackling, and that's fine. You can watch the tape and you can see that. But how to tackle, like why we're missing tackling. I think that was the big emphasis of our Sunday meeting. Why did we miss as many tackles as we missed? And the reason was it was a common thing. We weren't getting our cleats in the dirt, and we weren't running our feet on contact, and we got to do a better job of leveraging the plays outside.
Coach, was Mark? I wonder, just Mark, was that your decision or Mark's decision? How did that come up?
I've been asking about it since I got here. He's a very talented guy, and but it was something that he came to me and he wanted to do, and I was more than willing to do that, and we did it today, and it looked well. So I'm excited about it, and we'll get a chance to see where that goes.
At corner or safety?
At safety. At corner.
At corner.
Yeah.
Coach, two plays I wanted to ask you about, just because it kind of, I don't want to say they're plays that people are looking at and pointing at. But the App State touchdown run by Peoples right up the middle looked like Ivy had a chance to make the tackle.
Yep.
Didn't throw his body in the way. And then obviously whatever happened with Gervin where he ran towards the blocker. Can you just, I guess for us, explain kind of what?
No problem at all.
Yeah.
You know, DJ understand what he had to do right there. You know, we got bammed a little bit out of the C gap, ball hitting the C gap. I thought he was going to go in the D gap. When the ball hitting the C gap, as a corner, as a secondary guy, our job is to get guys down. You know, things don't happen right up front. Something didn't happen right up front, and we had an opportunity to get down, and we just didn't get the job done. And at the end of the day, you know, to play defense, you have to get the job done. And that's just what it is. So, you know, he got to do a better job of that, and he understands that, and that's something that we addressed as well. And then your next question with Gervin, you know, one thing that I would never question is Gervin's toughness. Gervin's a physical guy. He'll tackle, he'll do all the different things like that, and I have no issue with him on that. I think that play, he kind of thought the guy was going to crack him, so he went to the crack block, and he can't do that. You know, the ball was being ran, he got to go make the tackle. And he knows that, and that's something that, you know, he understands, and he accepts that, and it is what it is. You know, it happens in football in the course of an 80-play game. You're going to do some things that, number one, you will do better if you get another opportunity. Number two, you know, it's going to happen sometimes that stuff like that happens, man. The sad part of that, when you're a secondary guy, you know, you're out in the perimeter and everybody gets a seat. And he got to do a better job of that, and he understands that, and he will. And he addressed the problem head on and understands the defense. Hey, I got to do a better job. And that's the first thing to correcting anything is admitting, you know, that wasn't good enough, and that wasn't. So we'll get that corrected, and we'll be moving forward from there.
Around the country, is there less tackling in practice than when you played, for instance, and does that make it tough from a coaching standpoint?
I mean, let's
see it
tackle.
coming, I guess?
I mean, we tackled the same way when I was in college. We third tackle team. You don't bring guys down to college. You don't do that in the NFL. You don't. I mean, I guess after high school, you don't really tackle people until you get into game-like or scrimmage-like situations. But you know, at the end of the day, it didn't come down to we're not live tackling in practice. It came down to stopping our feet and not letting the ball fly. Those are things that we need to address. So the elephants in the room, we didn't tackle with them. Okay, we understand that. Now, what are we going to move forward? We still got a bunch of ball games to play. And we got to tackle well on the perimeter. We got to tackle well at the linebacker position and the D-line position as well. So we got to get better as a defense. We understand that, and that's something that we're addressing. And